Hey, what's up, YouTubians? My name is Prismized here, and today I am bringing you a Call of Duty video on how to destroy every single score streak in Advanced Warfare. Now, to destroy these score streaks is going to be quite a challenge if you don't have the skills and or the right loadout, and I am going to be showing you what each score streak does and how to destroy it, alongside with what loadout you should use in order to destroy them. So, all in all, your combat record should look something a little like this. As you can tell, I do not have the Destroyed Missile Strike and or Vulcan because I have not gotten those yet, because it's kind of hard to get those and I do not have that kind of skill in order to get them, but I will get them in the near future, hopefully. Now, first off, let's start off with the loadout. You are going to be wanting this exact loadout right here. This is the XMG Yin and Yang. You can use the original XMG, but the Yin and Yang is recommended more because of the extra fire rate. But you're probably saying, why not chicken and waffles? Well, this gun, only reason is because the accuracy and handling go down, and that includes reload and accuracy. Basically, you want to have a decent reload, so I'd recommend Yin and Yang. And handling, like I said, well, I mean, you want good handling, but then again, fire rate for machine guns like this, you absolutely want. And for the attachments, you're going to want to have laser sight and extended mags for this, because the laser sight increases your accuracy, and the extended mags gives you 225 ammo in total. So, all in all, for destroying a normal score streak, it'll only take about 100 bullets out of this thing, so you'll have 125 left, and that's highly recommended. For a secondary weapon, you're going to want the M7 Firehawk. In this case, you can get from a supply drop. Only reason I'm using this is because it's an elite, and elite items normally have the best stats, so I go ahead and use that. For your perks, you're going to want lightweight in order to move faster. For your second perk one, you're going to want to have low profile in order to be invisible to UAVs in general. For perk 2, you're going to want to have cold-blooded in order so you're immune to thermal, target enhancer, and threat grenades, which can come in handy. Or you can go ahead and switch it out with fast hands or gung-ho. Either one of those is fine. Now, you can also, the second perk 2 is blind eye, meaning you're undetectable by all score streaks except the UAV. So all in all, having low profile on mixed in with blind eye, you're going to be immune to all of the score streaks. Now for your third perk, for your perk 3, you're going to want to have scavenger so you don't run out of ammo. And these guns, you will have so much power over them, you're going to want to have as much ammo as you can. For your score streaks, I'd recommend an orbital care package to give you better score streak in order to aid if you do, destroy score streak with the score streak. You know what I'm saying there? What you're going to want to have is double tap. Get rid of better odds and add trap in case an enemy takes it. But then again, not many people have trap, so it kind of varies on what the player as an individual wants, and it also kind of varies on what team you have. If you're on a good team that gets lots of score streaks, you're going to want to have better odds on. If you don't and they always kill you, you're going to probably want to have trap. So, get that extra point while you can. And you're also going to want to have support, since you're going to probably be dying a lot with these weapons. Unless you have experience with them like me, then either way, support is good for anything, really. Now, for your second one, you're going to want to have a remote turret. You're going to want to have a 360 turret head, which tremendously comes in handy, so you can place that in the middle of battle, and it'll start shooting things, but it does have a disadvantage. You place it one way, it'll shoot the first person it sees. It will not turn behind it very quickly, so you're going to want to be careful on where you place it and place it strategically. You're going to want to have sentry on, meaning if you're not controlling it, it'll control itself, which many people have on, so I don't think that's such a big surprise. And you're going to also have support on here. Now, this is basically the entire loadout for anti-score streaks, and I'm going to be showing you what it will look like. So, all in all, this is how it will be. You're going to be running. Okay, now, let's say a warbird comes into play. You're going to want to enter lockdown mode and get into the middle of the field, and make sure you have something, like some sort of cover behind you, because in lockdown mode, you cannot move. I'm trying to move my character right now, and he is not moving an inch. Now, without lockdown mode, I can move, and then you just automatically stop when you're in lockdown mode. Now, I'm going to be showing you the firing range on this. So, on this dummy, right here, we're going to shoot normally, okay? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that's how good it is, and my accuracy is at 80% for something that was actually 15 meters away. Just about 15 meters, so that's actually really, really good for machine guns like this. It's a lot better than the SAC 3 because that gun, it makes no sense. I absolutely hate it, and it doesn't have a lockdown mode, so using that will not be beneficial towards you. It'll just be a giant risk. Now, when lockdown mode is enabled, you can go ahead and do this, and as you can see, it is basically on point with this. Now, the XMG can destroy these score streaks. It can destroy an aerial recon drone, a UAV, an aerial assault drone, a remote turret, it can destroy a bombing run, a Goliath, a Warbird, and that's it. That's all it can destroy. It can only destroy about a few of these. Like, it can destroy basically all of them. In the orbital care package note, it cannot be destroyed whatsoever. It cannot be destroyed, so keep that in mind before you start wasting bullets and costing your team the game. So, all in all, the XMG, you are not going to want to be destroying these specific score streaks, so do not destroy the aerial recon drone, the aerial assault drone, and the bombing run. The only reason I say those three out of everything else is because these things are player controlled. The player, you're probably saying, the bombing run isn't player controlled. Yes, it is, because they call in and where they want it to be directed. If they have it hidden on the mini-map, like stealth right here, then you are going to really have a bad time, because it's not going to be doing you any good. So you're going to want to know where the bombing run is. And now it's time for the Firehawk. So that Stinger can destroy these score streaks. It can destroy a recon drone, a UAV, an aerial assault drone, a remote turret, a bombing run, a Goliath, a Warbird, and a Paladin. Now certain score streaks have something called flares. Flares, like on the Warbird, extra flare, meaning it'll ward off more enemy missiles. Since the Firehawk is a laser-guided missile, it locks on. It has laser technology, and it's so to speak a heat signature. It has heat reading technology in order for it to get to the target. In doing so, these flares is what they're called. They will ward them off, so it will shoot them, and it'll throw off the missiles off their ability. Now, the Stinger can shoot twice, so if a Warbird has an extra flare, the Stinger won't be doing you any good. And as for the Warbird, you're going to want to destroy with the Yin and Yang because it has lockdown mode and it only takes 100 bullets to destroy. Aim for the fuselage. Do not aim for the wings because it seems like the IQ code for the game, the codes, it's only adding for the fuselage. I've aimed for the wings, seeing if I could destroy the wings, causing it to lose balance and, lose airspeed. But for some reason, it would not hit. So aim for the fuselage, just a little bit of a heads up. Now, we're going to be going on to the next part, so now we're going to be getting into some score streaks. Aerial recon drone and the assault drone are player piloted, okay? For the recon drone, there is no way for you to not control it. You will be controlling it. For the recon drone, or the assault drone, I mean, you can go ahead and make it computerized controlling it, so you don't have to control it. So this is the AI control. Now, for these two, you want to use the Firehawk to destroy it because the Yin and Yang. Otherwise, you're not gonna be in lockdown mode. And in lockdown mode, you want to have pretty low sensitivity in order for you to actually hit it on lockdown mode. So, if anything, keep your settings the way they are. I'm not telling you go out and mess around with them. Just keep them where you want them, and then it depends on the gun, like I said. Now, going to the UAV, it can just be destroyed with the Yin and Yang and the Firehawk. It does not have flares whatsoever, so the Firehawk is recommended. So you can use the Yin and Yang to kill a few people. It's a good offense and defense, just in case you haven't already known. I probably should have said it at the beginning. But all in all, the UAV can be destroyed with both. Now, we're going to be going on to the XS-1 Vulcan and the missile strike. These cannot be destroyed, repeat, cannot be destroyed with the XMG and or a Firehawk. It cannot be reached from the ground. What you're going to be needing to do is to have an extra score streak labeled System Hack. I haven't talked about this one yet, but trust me, this is information you're going to want to know. You're going to have a System Hack on. In doing so, you will be having Disable Streaks on. You'll kill all active enemy score streaks, meaning any score streaks that are active, as in using and are firing at you right now. When this turns on, they will instantly disintegrate and just melt right in the palm of your hand. This is how strong it is. You can also add Disable Exosuit to, but then again, that's on offense. So you're going to want to stay on some defensive right now, or if this is offense. I'm not too good with this, but anyway. Enough about this. You're going to want to have this, and note, you need to kill 11 people with this. And in order to get this, you're probably saying, I don't have the kind of skill to do that. What do you want me to do? Well, in order to destroy the Vulcan and the missile strikes, I have an extra loadout, and I labeled it Hiding. This is the ultimate hiding loadout. This is the stealthy loadout right here. All in all, you're going to want to have an MP11 Goliath with you. There's an event not too long ago that gave out this. And for every supply drop you got, it was guaranteed 100% that you would get the MP11 Goliath, because it was a special bonus weekend. And for the attachments, you're going to want to have Suppressor and Foregrip in order to increase the accuracy. So if someone does find you, and you can just quickly go ahead and shoot them. Then again, you can also add Rapid Fire in order to kill them quicker, but that is not recommended because you are going to be hiding. So what you're going to want for the perks are Lightweight and Low Profile. I mixed those up, sorry about that. You're going to want to have Blind Eye and Cold Blooded, Blast Suppressor, and Scavenger. Now, this is not an offensive loadout. You are going to want to stay hidden. That is why you have Low Profile and Blind Eye with you alongside for Lightweight for a quick getaway. You do not want to do this. Now, this is otherwise known as the freeloading loadout. So anytime someone has a score streak, like the Goliath or the Paladin, they will have, the remaining teammates will have an option to, hey, do you want to be the wingman? Hold X or circle, I believe, for PlayStation. You're going to want to go ahead and join and be the wingman. Now, there are a few things. You can either have an offensive or defensive. Defensive, you will be marking enemies with threat grenades. All in all, you will be painting them red, and for every paint you will get a 25 bonus limit into your score streak. So, like I said, you're going to want to have this exact loadout. It is complete now, so go ahead and take a screenshot while you can. You do not have to have a secondary weapon because it is not recommended, and you're not going to be on offense too much. So, just stick with what you got. So, just freeload off of other people and take their points. Now, for the offensive, you're going to be firing a missile and or be able to shoot in general. In this case, for every kill you get, you will get 100, so all in all, you're going to be on a screen and killing people without having to face off against gun-to-gun combat. So this is the freeloading loadout. There is a few videos out there that have good hiding spots for the game of Infected. Infected is, it's the same maps, it's just a different game mode, so go ahead and look up that video. I forgot what it was called, I'm not saying anything now. So back to this, you're going to want to have System Hack with Disable Streaks in order to destroy the Vulcan and the Missile Strike. You're going to want to do it before they hit the ground, because if you don't, then you're going to be wasting System Hack for nothing. So keep that in mind. Now, this score streak that I'm doing right now, this is also complete, so go ahead and take a screenshot while you can, and go ahead and do this now. We're going on to the next few set of score streaks, and that would be the Bombing Run. Bombing Run can be destroyed with the Yin and Yang and the Firehawk. The Bombing Run does not come in with built-in flares, so using the Stinger will not ward off your missiles. The Yin and Yang is not recommended to destroy it. It can be, it's not recommended because, both guns are actually kind of equal in every part you play as, because Yin and Yang has lockdown. You can easily just shoot at it and it'll blow itself up. And the Stinger takes a while for the missiles to go, and once the bombing run's over, it'll just zoom off and you won't be able to destroy it at all. I had to learn that the hard way a few times, but it's good to just know this information while you can. Now, for the next one, we're going to be going for the Goliath. This is a manually piloted robot suit like the AST in the campaign mode. Basically, it can be destroyed. It's pretty relatively weak if you have the Yin and Yang. If you use the Firehawk or any other launcher, it also works for other launchers. So does every other score streak, surprisingly. I don't even want to begin to think about that. I will rage quit so hard. So, basically, you do not want to be in lockdown mode if you're using Yin and Yang, but if he's undetecting you, then use the Firehawks. You can go ahead and get that diamond. I think I actually got the diamond. Yeah, I do. So I completed all the camo things for this. I don't even want this. So yeah, this is basically the loadout. Now for the next few, the Warbird, it can be destroyed with the Stinger and the Yin and Yang. Yin and Yang is recommended because it's not laser technology missiles. This is, however, like we said before, it can come with 2 flares and this thing shoots twice. So go ahead and stand out in the middle, and it won't detect you because you have low profile and blind eye, so you will not be detected by it, which is highly recommended because when they see a red thing, they'll just shoot right at it, so it's good to stay hidden when you're shooting at them. Now the last one is the Paladin, and this one is a little bit trickier to destroy. You cannot use the Yin and Yang. Go into a multiplayer, ask a friend, hey, help me out with this, and try it for yourself. It will not take Yin and Yang bullets. It will have to, you'll have to use a Firehawk for this. Only downside is, it has flares. It can come with flares. So, the flares, extra flare, add an extra flare to ward off more enemy missiles. This means, like I said, I'm just a broken record. Go ahead and use this. Until then, don't fire consecutively. So don't fire, reload, and then fire again. Wait a couple of seconds because in doing so, you will activate more enemy missiles, and the flares will get your second pair of missiles, meaning it will not be destroyed. So just be sure to fire and then wait and then fire again in order to be safe. But don't wait too long, otherwise it'll fly away, and it does an entire 180 around the map. And be careful because keep an eye on where it lands and keep an eye on where it's going to end, because once it hits there, it's going to go back up into space and you won't be able to shoot it whatsoever. Now, be careful with that. Now, that is basically it for the loadouts. All you really need to destroy them is this loadout. If you're going to freeload and get the last 2 medals I don't have, you are going to want to have this loadout right here. Like I said, take the screenshots while you can, and of course you can go back and do this. Now, to get the attachments, you're going to need to get 20 hit kills with this, and for extended mags, I believe you need to get 60 hit kills for it. And the Firehawk doesn't take any. For this, you're going to need to get 20 kills, 20 headshots with this, and I believe that one is 10 headshots, but I do not entirely remember. I think the attachments to get them is all the same thing, 40, 60, 80, and so on, you know? I don't know, but keep an eye on what you can and can't do because this is kind of hard. Now, if you followed my instructions to the bone right now, you will be rewarded with these medals right here. The really, really shiny, pretty ones. The ones that everybody wants. Now, like I said, these are the medals. This is the UAV medal. This is the Warbird medal. This is the... sorry, I'm getting a little sick. This is the big giant spaceship, I forgot the name. This is the Vulcan, this is the Goliath, this is the Missile Strike, this is the remote turret, this is the bombing one, this is the assault drone, this is the recon drone, and this one right here is called No Soup for You. You're probably wondering, how do I get this one? Well, to get this, you're gonna need to destroy an enemy map-based score streak. So, the ones that I recommend you get, you can stack this up. So, go to the mission Riot, and hopefully get a package, have an enemy get a package that has the map-based score streak in it. In this case, it'll mark enemies and sound the alarms with that blue thing. You can destroy the blue little lasers aiming at you. So, go ahead and do that, and you can destroy more than once as they're placed everywhere. And the more you destroy, the more medals you will get. So keep that in mind. The vandalism is if you aided in destruction of an enemy score streak. In order to do this, let's say I'm destroying a Warbird, but I have to reload, and a teammate decides to go in and destroys it for me. I will get the vandalism medal, and he will get the winged medal. Hijacker is taking an enemy's care package, as you can see right here. So capturing an enemy supply crate. It is not. You probably wonder what's a supply crate. It's for short care package. Now remember how you cannot destroy an enemy care package. So keep that in mind. And basically that is it for this video right here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It took me a while to figure out what to do with this information because this is what this channel is about. I am here to help you guys and experience new things with you. What do you guys want to see me do a video on next? Do you want me to do... there are 2 choices that I can do right now. I can either do a Warframe like a little Warframe, how to get all Warframes in the game, or I could do a full Doom Let's Play, or we could also do Super Mario 3D World. I have a few games out for you right now, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Just stick with what I told you, and it should not be too hard. You know, just stay hidden, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.